Hey guys, Camille here. I'm going to show you how to use the offset feature to create an outline for our shape when we're making our acrylic light. So first thing you want to do is obviously you want to go to our art library, grab that acrylic light template that I set up for you, drag it onto our space. Whoops, I just resized it. You don't want to do that. I quickly undid that. And then, just read the directions with must stay 3.125, the height not go over 7 inches. And then you want to leave that little part blank because this is the part that's going to slide into our light. All right, let's pick up a piece of art real quick. I'm just going to go to my library, grab my butterfly. I'm going to stick my butterfly into it has to fit within the red boxes, well within. And then I want to make it so it's barely touching the blue line here. It looks a little bit crooked to me, so I'm going to turn it a little bit. And then I'm going to go up just a tad. If you want to see how it jumps up and down a lot there with your arrow keys, if you want to have it just move a little bit, you can click Control. And then it will just move a little bit. So right about there, I'll stay there. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I want to create an outline for this butterfly. I'm going to go to the offset feature here, and you'll see that I created an outline, and you can go bigger or smaller. You want it to be not too close so it's touching, but just on the outside, something like that. If you want it a little bit bigger, you can go there too, but you want to make sure it fits within those red lines. Okay, I'm going to go like that. Still within my red lines. I'm going to move it over just a little bit, but these two things are separate now, so I got to group them together. I'm going to hold my shift key and select both, and then use my group selection here to make sure these are in a group, so that when I move them, they'll move together. I'm going to just recenter it a little bit more. Okay, so again, barely touching that line. Okay, now I'm going to ungroup it. Click in the single guy here. And I'm going to click just the outline, selecting just the outline. I'm also going to select this blue box. So I'm holding the shift key, selecting the blue box so you can see both of those things are selected. And then I'm going to go over here and use a tool that basically merges two shapes. So I'm going to click that, and you'll see how now it's all blue. Just so you guys can see that a little bit better, I'm going to make that a red for you. Okay, now we're almost there. So this is the part of our acrylic project that will stick into the light, and this is the part that will stick up. So I don't really want this cut out either, this shape here or here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this shape and ungroup it, and now I'm going to click individual shapes and delete them. I don't want those two there. And then I don't really like how this is cut off right here, so I'm going to grab a circle tool and just try to match it to the other side. Grab my selection tool again and select this outside, and then merge it again, just like that. Okay, so we're almost done. Gonna take that, delete it, this, delete it, this, delete it, these things, delete them. Okay, I'm gonna take my project, move it up into the corner. Oops, too far in. All right, now I'm going to go to my cut layers. On the red one, we want it to cut through. So in my materials library, I'm going to go to acrylic, size, and I'm going to click line. Make sure I'm selected here. And click assign to layer. And then the green, we just want it barely engraved, just barely touching the acrylic. It's just going to kind of score the top of it. So I'm going to make sure I'm on the green, and then we're going to do it's called a light line, just a light line, assign to layer. Okay, so you might think to yourself, oh, now it's this color here, it's green. Well, it's actually because my Lightline settings are incorrect when I put them in the materials library, which can happen all the time, even from other libraries that you download. So you want to change this back to line, and you want to check your packet on page 3. I'm going to go to page 3, and where it says acrylic, it says the line should be 160. Okay, that's 160. And the fill, which is the light line, should be 8 and then 7.5, not 8.8. So I'm going to double click that, make sure it's 8, and then the max power we're going to put 7.5, and the minimum power 7.5, and say OK. All right, now my project is ready to go. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and Camille_Light. You want to save on your desktop, click Save. I already saved it once, so I'm just replacing it, and now you're ready to go. Also, don't forget to save onto my USB.